This is the Roulette Master, and I can't wait to share with you James Dillon's new Moneymaker Roulette system. He says that he's been winning money with this in the casino, and you will too. So I can't wait to share with you. Let's jump right into it and get started. And there's a lot of rules for this one, so make sure you stick in for the entire video. And we're going to have a $10 bet on first and third 12 to start. You can see we have a zero balance, and let's go ahead and spin. Let's see what we get here, and I'll show you what to do next. That's a 24 black. Okay, and with this system, when you lose on the first and third 12, you switch to the colors and you go with the trend. The trend right now is the last two are black, so we're going to go black for 10. You can see we're minus 20 currently. Let's go ahead and spin. And I'll show you what to do next here. Let's see what we get. That's a 7 red. And that's a loss. So we go with the trend now, which is no longer the color streak, it's the chop. So we stay on black, and we'll be at 20. So we'll go from 10 to 20. And with chop, I mean back and forth, red, black, red, black. That's the new trend. And that's a 35, and that's a win. So now we're going to go back to 10, but I'm going to share some other stuff with you that's really important about going back to phase one. So the trend right now is the chop, so we'll be on red for 10. We're at minus 10 right now since we started out with that loss. We're going to be looking for 2 in a row second 12, so we're going to keep an eye open for that. And there's a win. We're still on the chop, which is red, black, so we'll bet black for 10. We're back to all square, and here we go. All right, and we're looking for 2 in a row second 12s. Okay, and that's a loss at 10, so we're going to go to 20. The new trend is not the chop, it's the color streak. So we're going to go 20 on red now. And that's just based on what the last two numbers are. If they're a chop, we go with chop. If they're a color streak, we go with the color streak. And we'll go from 20 to 40 now, and we'll be on the chop. So here we go. We'll be on red since the last was black. And the one before that was red. So here we go. That's an 8 black. Okay, now we're going to go to 80, but now the trend is the color streak. So let's go at 80 on black. And here in a moment, I'm going to share with you how we're going to go back to phase one here. And that's a 3 red. And that's a loss. So the new trend is the chop. We're going to go to 160 on that would be on black. And here we go again. The trend's going to be determined by the last two numbers, and that's a 5 red, and that's a loss at 160. So we're going to go 320 now on red because the new trend is the color streak, and I think we're going to get this one. Let's see if we can get a win here. And we did. Fantastic. So that's a 14 red. And we're still looking for 2 in a row second 12. The trend right now is the color streak. We're going to be on red. And we started out a little bit rough, but let's see if now we can get on a roll and make some money. That's a 6 black. Okay, we're going to double the bet to 20 that we're on the trend of the back and forth or the chop. So we're going to be on red for 20. Let's go ahead and spin here. And hopefully here in a minute we'll be able to go back to phase one. But that's 11 black. And the entire time we're doing this, we're looking for 2 second 12s in a row. So if we look at that last bet there of 20 on red, the new trend is the color streak on black. So we're going to be 40 on black. And here we go. Let's see if we can get some black numbers in a row. There's one right there. That's good. And again, we're looking for 2 second 12s in a row to trigger us to go back to phase one. And now we'll have a $10 bet on black. We're up 20, and let's see how many black numbers we can get in a row. There's another one right there. Fantastic. Okay, so we're going to go 10 again on black. We're up 30 now. We start out really rough, but let's turn this thing around and make some money. There's another win right there with the 10 black. Fantastic. We're still looking for 2-second 12s in a row, but we're not seeing them. So we're just staying on the color streak for 10. And he calls this the money maker. This is a 33 black. That's another win. We're up 50. Let's bet on black again. We're going with the color streak. And let's spin. And that's finally a loss with a 7 red. So now we'll have a $20 bet, and we'll still be on black because we're on the chop now. That's based on the last two numbers. Since it goes black-red, now we're going to bet black and assume that we're going back to the chop. But we lost that one. So we're going to go to 40 now. And now we're on the color streak. Still looking for 2-second 12s in a row, but we don't see them. And we're keeping an eye open, though, so that we can go back to phase 1. And that's a win right there at 40. So we're going to go back to 10. And we're up 60. And still waiting for those 2-second 12s in a row to hit. But in the meantime, we're making money on the betting on the color. And that's a 10 black. And that's a loss. So we're going to bet 20. We're going to double the bet. We're on the chop, so we'll be on red for 20. Because it goes red, black, and then we assume it's going to go back to red. And it did. That's a 30 red. Okay, so we go back to 10. We're still looking for those 2-second 12s in a row, but we haven't seen any second 12s in a while. So we're betting on the chop right now. 10 on black. We're up $70, and here we go. That's a 2 black. Okay, that's a win. We're still on the chop, so we're betting on red for 10 now. So let's place a $10 bet on red, and here we go. Okay, we're up 80, and let's spin. Here we go. That's a 24 black, and that's a loss. So we're going to go to 20 now. We finally have a second 12 hit, but that's just one. We're going to put a $20 bet on black because now we're on a color streak based on the last two numbers spun. So here we go. That's a 12 red, and that's a loss. So we'll go to 40, and we'll be on the chop now, which will be black. That's because the last two have gone black-red. The chop would go back to the black. There's a loss, though. That's a 27 red. And we're going to 80 now, and now we'll be on red. And we're on the color streak. So let's go ahead and spin. We're still looking for those 2 in a row, second 12 to go back to phase 1. Hopefully we'll see that soon, and that's a 34 red. That's a win. We go back to 10, and we're on the color streak of red. We're up 90. I'm still looking for those 2-second 12s in a row. We haven't had them in a long time since, I don't even know if we have had them yet, actually. But we're looking out for them. In the meantime, we're making money off of the color. And we're going to have a $20 bet now on red because we're on the chop now. And here we go. And that's a 34 red. All right. So now we're back to 10. We're still on the chop, so it would be black now. And we're up $100. Here we go. That's a 0. That's definitely a loss. So we're going to go to 20, and we're still on the chop, so we'll be on black. When you hit the green, you stay on the same one because before that, we were on the chop, and that's a 34 red. So now we're going to go 20 to 40. Now we're on a red color streak. So we're going to bet on red. Temporarily, we're down, or we've dropped a little bit in profit. We're still up good, but once we get a win, we'll be back in business. That's an 8 black. And now we're going to have an $80 bet on red because we're on the chop, which is back and forth. And here we go. Let's see if we can get a red number here. Ooh, that's a black one, though. That's a 6 black. And now we're on the color streak of black for 160. You can tell we're doubling the bet here. And here we go. It's a $1,300 bankroll system. And man, that's a 27 red. So we're on the chop right now. We should be on black for 320. We'll have 2 more chances to get this one. You can see temporarily it shows we're down, but that's just because we haven't hit. Once we hit a black number, we'll be back up again. And we got it, so we're good. Okay, so we would have had another chance after that as well. We're up $110. We're on the chop, and we're back to red because the last two have gone red-black. Now it goes back to red. We're still looking for those two second 12s in a row, which we haven't seen in a very long time. We're going to go from 10 to 20 after that loss, and we're on a black color streak, and we're up 100. Let's go ahead and spin. Okay, that's a loss with a 7 red. And we're going from 20 to 40. We're on the chop, so we'll be on black. Since the last two went black and then red, we're going back to black. And that's a 26 black. So that's a nice win. God, we're still looking for those 2 second 12s, but in the meantime, we're making good money. We're up $120. We're on the chop right now, back and forth. We're on red. And that's a 00. That's a loss. We're going to act like that didn't happen, but we will double the bet. So we'll go, we're on the chop still, so we'll be on red for 20 instead of 10, and let's spin. And we got it. That's an 18 red. Fantastic. And now we'll go back to 10. And that's the second 12 finally. We're up $130, and we're on the chop, so we'll be on black for 10. If we get another second 12 in a row here, we're going to go back to phase 1. And that's a 2 black. We did not get the second 12 in a row, but we did win. So while we're waiting for that trigger, we're still making money. We're up $140. We'll have 10 on red because we're on the chop right now instead of the color streak. And here we go. Again, that's based off the last two numbers. And that's a loss. We're going to go from 10 to 20. We're on a black color streak now. And here we go. Let's see if we can get a win. And that's a 28 black. And that's a win. So we're going back to 10. We're up 150. We're on a black color streak. And let's spin. Here we go. Let's get a second 12, why don't we? There we go. That's a 23 red. We did lose the bet, but that's okay. We're going to double. We're on the chop, and we're on black. I want to see two 12s in a row, so let's see what we get here. We didn't get it, though, but we did get the win. So that's okay. We're making money in the meantime while we're waiting for that trigger. We're up $160, and we'll be on red for 10 because we're on the chop, which is the back and forth. And again, the pattern is determined by the last two numbers. That's a 9 red, and that's a win. Okay, so we're up 170. We're going to we're on the chop still, so we'd be on black now for 10 Yep. And let's spin. Here we go. That's a 22 black. That's a good one because not only did we get the win, that's a second 12, which can help us trigger us back to phase 1. And we're up $180 already. We're on red because of the chop. And here we go. And we did it finally. Not only did we get the win, but we got 2 second 12s in a row. Now we go back to phase 1. So we're currently up $190. When you go back to phase 1, you're always on second and third, and that's always triggered after 2 second 12s in a row. So let's go ahead and spin. And here we go. And that's a 26 black. And that's a win. And let's go ahead and go back to first and third again. We're going to ride this until we lose. And here we go. That's a 16 red. Okay, so that's a loss. And the next time we go back to first and third, since we had a loss on this, we're going to go from 10 to 30. And here's the deal with that. If we continued to get losses, each time we would go back, we would increase by 30. So basically, we had 10. After we go back from phase 2 to phase 1, you'd go to 30 the next time. And then after that, you'd go to 60. And then the next time, if you kept losing and you went from phase 2 back to phase 1, you'd go to 90 from 60. You'd go up 30 each time until you got back in good profit. So, but now we lost on first, and I'm sorry, we lost on the first and the third. So then all you do is you go back to the colors again, and we're on the chop for 10, and then you just go back. You do colors until you have 2 in a row, second 12 again. And that's a 30 red. So then you'd go to 20 and you'd be on a red color streak. And again, the next time we would go back to first and third, we'd be at 30 each instead of 10 each because we lost that last one. And there's a win. So we might be close to that now with that 18. And we're on a red color streak, so we'll be at 10. And if we get another second 12, we'll be able to go back to that $30 bet, but we did not. And that is a $10 win. We're going to be on red for 10. We're on that red color streak right now. And here we go. And that's a 14 red. That's a good one there, because if we get another second 12, we can increase the bet and go back to first and third. We're on a red color streak, though, right now. We're on 10. Then we'll check our balance after this one. Here we go. And there we go. We got it. That's 2 in a row. So now, since the last time we were on first and third, we lost, we're going back to first and third for 30 because we have 2 in a row, second 12. We waited for our trigger. We're up $200, and let's get a win here. And that's a 26 black, and that is a win. So fantastic. We're going to go back to 10 on first and third now, since we won, and we're going to ride this until we lose. We're up $230, and we're going to do this until we lose. Then we'll go back to colors, and that's a 19 red. So since we lost, we'll go back to the color streak. But if we get another second 12 in a row, we can go back to phase 1 right away. We would be on the chop now for 10 on black. We're up 210. And here we go. If we get another second 12, we can go right back to phase 1. And we did. Fantastic. So not only did we get the win, but now we can go back to the next phase, or the first phase, and now we're on 30. Because if you lose on first and third and then go to the color streak, when you come back, instead of a $10 bet, you go to 30. And we're up to 20. Let's go ahead and spin, and let's get a win with 30 each here. And that's a 32 red. That's a win. So then you go back to 10, and we're up 250, and you ride this until you lose. Then you go back to color streak. Once you have 2 in a row, second 12, you go back to phase 1 again. And that's a win. So let's ride this and see how long it'll take us. We're currently up $260, and let's spin. Okay, that's a 6 black. Okay, let's ride this a little longer. Let's see how long we can go without hitting a second 12. Here we go. And there's another win. That's a 31 black. Fantastic. We're up 280. Let's rebet and spin. And again, when we lose this and we go to the colors, when we come back, we're not at 10 anymore. We're at 30. And the progression on that would be, if you came back and you lost again, would be $30 more each time till you're in session profit. And we did lose there, so then you go back to color streak. But the good thing is that was a second 12, so another one, and we could go back to phase 1. We're on the chop, so we'll be on black for 10. And here we go. And we lost. That's a 12 red. So then you just go to 20, and now we're on a red color streak. We're still up 250, and let's spin. Okay, that's a 29 black. That's a loss, so we're going to go to 40, and we're on the chop. And we'll be on red, and here we go. And we got it. That's a 25 red. So basically then now you would just look for two second 12s in a row. Again, we're up 270. We're on the chop, so then we're back to black for 10. And here we go. That's a 5 red. That's a loss. So then now we're on the red color streak. We'll double the bet to 20. Again, this is a $1,300 bankroll system, and that is a 12 red. That's a win. So now we're on a red color streak. We just ride that. We're up 280. And here we go. That's a 26 black. That's a loss. So now we go to 20. We double the bet, and we're on the chop. So we're on red. Since it went red black, the chop would go back to red. And that's a 28 black. That's a loss. So we'd go to 40, and we'd be on a black color streak. And here we go. So now we'll have a $40 bet on black. And that's a win. Fantastic. So basically from here, all you do is wait for your next two second 12s in a row to get you to go back to the original bet, but 30 instead of 10, because you lost the one that triggered the colors, the going back to the colors. And we're up $290 now. I hope you really enjoyed this new hybrid roulette system, the Moneymaker by James Dillon. And if you want to send systems in, I would love it. Just please send them to roulettemaster.c@gmail.com, and that would be fantastic. That's what keeps the channel going, is you guys sending your wonderful systems in every single day of the week, and I love showcasing them on the channel. So keep that up, and I just want to thank everyone for your support, and really feel very lucky to have such wonderful people in this community. So thanks again, and I hope you enjoyed James Dillon's Moneymaker today. I won $290. This is the Roulette Master, and have a great day, everybody.